Hello all and welcome to Rave in Review, where we rave about and review any and all things pop culture and anything that interests us. I'm Kaya and you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at kaya.r.pennington.
And I'm your co-host Bree, and you can follow me at BreenEvent26 on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can follow Rave in Review on Instagram and Twitter at rave_and_review. Before we get down to it, be sure to like, subscribe, follow, comment, and most importantly, share.
You know you want to share.
It helps us out a lot.
You need to see us, girl. Go ahead, hit that
please,
share button.
please.
Hit that notification bell.
Click
all
it.
The stuff. Share it to your
friends. Because you know you want to
friends.
see us.
You know you want to see us. We post good stuff on TikTok too.
Let's get into our first segment, Unpopular Opinions, where we rave and discuss our unpopular and even sometimes a bit controversial opinions. Today is kind of like a part 2 of a past unpopular opinions where we talked about how we, specifically we the Black community, praise the bare minimum efforts, specifically with those outside of the Black community. So today we're talking about specifically how the Black community repeatedly gives platforms to mediocre and oftentimes caricature-like performances of Black culture as opposed to uplifting actually talented Black creators. Bree, how do you feel about this? What are your thoughts?
It's very tiring to me constantly seeing these unfunny people get rich off of our culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, all they have to do is say one cute little catch line and suddenly they have a record deal, or they on somebody's talk show, or they everybody and their mama want to pay it to them. And at first, like when I was in high school, I thought it was funny, but like now I'm kind of like, hold on, right? We continue as a culture, as a people, to prove that it is profitable to pander to Black people and to freaking making fun of our culture. They prove that to be a profitable marketing scheme because it works every single time. Okay, you want to Cash Me Outside Girl? No, I'm naming names. Cash Me Outside Girl? No. Whoa, Vicky? No. What's that one? Tekashi 6ix9ine? No. Lil Peep? No, not Lil Peep. Ooh, he did. Oh, sorry. Whatever.
There's so many. There's so many.
There's too many to name. He's a rapper though, and he sucks. Okay, and we keep making them rich, giving them all of our money when there's creators out here who are naturally a part of the culture, who should be included in the culture, who should be getting paid for our culture. It's not being included. Tell me, in what world does it make sense to give a person a platform who's making a caricature of our culture? You tell me, all that girl was missing was blackface and some white gloves.
Yep.
Blackface and white gloves. That's all they be missing. Like, and then what's funny is they make they're called, it's caricatures because it's not even accurate. These people don't even have the range to even comprehend that Black culture is different in almost every single state. Black folks in New York don't act like Black folks in LA or in the South or the Midwest.
It's not a monolith. We're all different.
All of us are different. You is not going to find the same Black person from Atlanta that you find in Texas. We know this, but they don't. They be like, oh, well, I talk like this because I grew up in the hood. I'm just like, so
what hood?
So if you grew up in the hood in the South, why you got a New York accent?
Hello. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense? Girl, go ahead and tap into your roots. Girl, put on them overalls and them boots and get into that.
Okay. Where's she at now? What country is this? What state is this?
Tennessee, Texas, Alabama.
Okay.
Georgia. Yeehaw. Anyways, Kaya, what you think?
We were trying not to mention names, but hey, okay. Throw that out the window.
Yup, throw it out the window. I got mad all of a sudden. Felt that anger reach down within my soul and pull names out.
In the soul. Okay, look, for the most recent example, a lot of people are brushing it off as funny or like a joke. But no, it's not funny and it's not a joke. Like, y'all legit don't feel mocked? Like really, like long hair, lashes, and nails. Well, the hair is hers, but like, you know, the hand movements of the hair.
She crimped it to make it look textured.
Right. Okay. Right. So, like long lashes and nails, hand movements, and AAVE that typically black people and women use. Y'all don't feel mocked? I feel mocked. Like, I remember I saw this dance performance, and so it was an all-white dance performance, and they were doing different dances from different cultures, and one of the dances they did was stepping. Like, that's really rooted in, like, black community, especially at HBCUs. And it's like, I feel mocked. There's admiring something. Because, like, that's okay. Anyway, there's admiring something from another culture, and then there's doing it in an unauthentic way that makes it caricature-like. And side note, can we compare the lack of outcry to this most recent girl and performers like her to the complete outcry of that young lady who created the dance team at the PWI?
Girl,
like,
we need to talk about we should have talked about that. And can we talk about it real quick, please?
Because quick. Like, really, how? I mean, it ties into this conversation. That's why I bring it up. Because, like,
why can't she
Go ahead.
A dance? It's a part of our culture.
That's what I'm saying.
Even if it's not at HBCU, there's still black people like HBCUs. Everybody can't get into HBCU. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, and I'm not saying they don't have the money to, but they may not have their major there.
Right.
Okay. Not everybody's willing to go out of state to go to HBCU. I'm sorry, folks don't have the coins for that. Like, it's expensive, and she wants to have a culture at a predominantly white school, and I think that's
and it's
okay.
Like, everyone on that team was black. Like, she was participating in something that is part of her culture with others in the culture. Like,
exactly.
But people want to, like, some, because I've seen a lot of people say y'all are weird for getting mad at her, and I agree. But, like, there's been a lot of outcry, whereas this girl and performers like her, it's just a joke. It's just funny. Like, why is this supported but it others aren't? Like, there are too many talented people in our culture who genuinely are trying to make it for y'all not to be trying to get them there, or for y'all to be putting them down when they put their stuff out to the internet. And I might get it if this newer girl was, like, catchy, but it's not even catchy. It's just annoying. Like, it's just annoying. Like, at least Catch Me Outside was a little catchy. It was a little catchy.
It was funny at first because she was on Dr. Phil as an unruly teen, and then suddenly she's a rapper.
It was a little bit catchy. But look, and they say she has genuine talent, but I still don't think that should have been the thing to push her to stardom. Like, certainly not within the black community anyway. And then they'll throw that, well, y'all are the ones that are really ignorant, because what is acting black? How can I act a color? Y'all are the ones.
Culture.
Right, like, y'all are the ones that are wrong with this community. But it's like, be for real. Be so for real. Which, side note, that is going to be my new favorite saying, because, like, be for real.
Be for real.
Be for real. Like,
be for freaking real. Let's be real here.
Let's not act dense. And it might not even be an act, but the only intelligence you're insulting is mine. So please stop. Let's be for real here. Like, you know exactly what we mean when we say this. Like, all the accents, dialects, the ways of talking, the clothes, the hair, the jewelry, the hand, head, and face movements, all the stuff that's considered ghetto and unprofessional when we do it, but it's so deeply embedded in our culture. For people that's not of our race, not of our culture, to do this and turn it for profit, you're mocking, you're making a caricature out of it, and you're getting paid to do it. Stop it. Well, if we can't do that, y'all can't wear wigs and blonde hair and yada yada yada. And it's like, see, miss me with that argument too, because the thing about being the beauty standard is that those that are not considered the beauty standard have to assimilate oftentimes just so that they can survive and thrive. So, like,
I don't want to cut you off, but not even that, but y'all think y'all blonde hair is a part of y'all culture. I have a rude awakening for you, because them folks in Russia still got culture, and it's not their hair.
If we're being perfectly honest, my little hairs up here, like, of my real hair, are blonde, and I am completely 100% black. So, like, be for real.
Be for real. Okay, genetics and culture
Like, just
they're not the same things we heard. I'm sorry you missed out on that in school, in college. Like, I'm so sorry. The American education system failed your
failed
sweetheart,
you.
but it's not the same thing. Y'all, the culture and genetics be whooping y'all. And it be getting
So,
y'all
like,
good.
ultimately,
Right in the head.
ultimately, just kill that argument. Well, Kaya, it's not that deep. Yes, it is that deep. Stop praising mediocre blackface portrayals of us and our culture. Stop making them famous. And I want to end this by saying, I know that we're giving it attention by talking about it on our platform, but apparently people need to be called out, and people need to apparently hear common sense for the message to stick sometimes. So, but I'm through. That's it. Those are my thoughts.
Well, let's get into our movie review segment. And today we're talking about Disney's 2011 teen musical drama film, Lemonade Now. This film is based on a 2007 novel by the same name, and it follows Olivia, Stella, Charlie, Mo, and when a group of ragtag teens all have their problems at home and at school, while in detention together, they create a band and begin challenging the rules of their school and become an overnight sensation in the process. Kaya, what are your thoughts on the film? No, she ain't never seen it before now.
No. So, firstly, you gotta stop doing this to me. These campy childhood films. Look,
nuts.
we can do childhood films that we've seen together, like Renaissance Disney or something like that. But all these campy Disney movies, I didn't grow up with Disney. I didn't grow up with Nickelodeon.
This is my childhood. I didn't grow up watching old school. This is me. This is her.
You gotta stop doing this to me.
Have you seen Camp Rock?
I'm not. I will put that on air. I am. Ain't no way
Y'all
you gonna get me.
Y'all see this? She ain't seen Camp Rock, y'all.
I've seen clips, and ain't no way you finna get me to watch that in totality. Look. Let's get back to Lemonade now.
I'm sorry.
So it's a decent enough film. It's decent enough. I think how most of them got detention was silly. Charlie hitting the soccer coach after being hit with a ball himself. You didn't see that kid throw that ball at me, but that same kid who was standing by you, I threw it back and it hit you. Be for real. Come on.
Be for real.
That's
Be for real. That's the name of this episode. Be for real.
Right. But no, seriously. It's yeah, he hit the teacher with the ball, but also it's you didn't see this dude hardly throw a ball at my back. Come on.
Soccer ball at that. Them things hard.
Right. I tossed it to you. Who else? Ren basically saying, hey, there's this 28-year-old college student who looks like she's old enough to be my older sister, look like my mom. Be for real. That's basically what he said. He said, be for real.
For real.
And as opposed to the teacher saying, get your folder, come do your presentation, and sit down, he said, I'm going to interrupt your education further, and I'm going to give you detention because you called me stupid. What can he do, Brie? Tell me what he can do. He can be for real. He can be for real.
Be for real. If you don't be anything, be for real.
Okay, I don't think it's detention worthy, but moving on. I will never understand people who are I can't watch musicals, or I don't like musicals because it's unrealistic how they just break out into song, because suspend your disbelief. But I will say this. It's a bit weird to me that these people who just met, or they've lived in the town their whole lives but don't know each other more than surface level, randomly start banging on things and then make a song and then get each other's numbers. We didn't even see them get each other's numbers, so but y'all don't know each other. And of course Disney is gonna make banging on random things look like it's actually making a note. But anyway,
it's not. It's probably not in real life. It's gonna sound like freaking dumpster trash.
It was a little weird to me. I'll allow it because yes, I know this is a kids movie and it's supposed to be campy and corny. I'll allow it, but no. compared to Mo's boyfriend band, because Mo, he had a band too. Lemonade Mouth songs, they were pretty good. They were pretty good. They were. I could see that being on a Disney playlist.
Mudslide Crash music. What is it called? Mudslide Crash?
I don't know.
Sounded like an absolute dumpster fire. What is y'all even saying? Y'all don't even sound like the Hot Chili Peppers. Y'all sound like Who Did It at What For. Anyway, go ahead.
But it was decent. Speaking of Mo's boyfriend, and again, yes, I know this is a campy, corny kids movie, but ain't no way you cheat on Mo with some basic blonde, and then be
Mo is a pretty girl.
She is so pretty. Like, ain't no way. And then be like, I made a mistake. You know what's a mistake? Mispronouncing someone's name on a first meeting, a miscalculation, a wrong turn. These are mistakes. Mistakes are
this morning.
Mistakes are accidental, okay? You didn't accidentally cheat. Like, you didn't accidentally fall up on this girl. You made a choice. And I honestly don't think Mo should have gone back to the boyfriend, even if, like, he genuinely wanted to help her band and learn more about this new her. It shouldn't take her living her best life without you for you to be like, please, really, I do want to know more of you. Like, you could have been learning about me before, but you had... And also... And I could just be looking at this from an aesthetic point of view. I really do think Mo and Charlie would have been cute. Like, I really do.
I don't know why, but I thought they got together before I watched the movie. I was like, what?
Now, the movie was already pushing Ren and Olivia to be together, which I could see too. But of the two, I'd rather have Mo and Charlie. You could add some more in there to make their chemistry better. But, like, I would have Mo and then looking at Charlie's actor today.
What's his name? I'm Googling him.
Look, girl, I don't even know his name, but like, whew. Anyway. Oh God. Anyway, I could see Mo and Charlie being together. What else was there? Side note about Mo's boyfriend. Girl. Okay. He's yummy, isn't he? Speaking of like Mo's boyfriend, his friend telling on him, I know why he did it. He was trying to get a reaction out of Mo, but it's like, see that he can't even keep your secrets. He ain't no friend. He can't even keep your dirty laundry to himself. What kind of friend is that? Anyway, I keep saying, I prefer Charlie and Mo. But like, speaking of Ren, going back to Ren, I feel like he was a bit valid in not liking his dad, 28-year-old college student. Because on the one hand, it's like, yeah, that's weird. She's closer to my age than yours. How old is the dad? Because if he's like 50s, 60s, that's weird. But on the other hand, if she's 28 and he's like 30s to 40s, that's not so weird. And it's like, Ren, chill. It's not so weird. Also, why was Olivia the main character? Like, why was she the one that, like, they were all main characters. They told their stories equally. And I know Olivia was writing the letter to her dad, but like, out of everybody, I'd probably say Stella should have been like the storyteller one. That's where my mind was going.
Her character was more interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
To me.
Like, the story followed all of them, but I could see Stella being like the storyteller. But speaking of Stella, there's being the black sheep of your family and trying to be a rebel, and then there's forcing it. They forced it with her character. Like, out of all of the kids, out of all of their parents, Stella's parents were the most supportive outside of Olivia's grandma. Like, it's Olivia's grandma and then it's Stella's parents. Like, you weren't an outsider or a rebel. You just wanted to be. And then there's that whole, Dad, how do you think that animal would feel about you consuming it? Let's not make vegetarian our whole personality. Let me enjoy my meat. The band breaking up, because they did have a breakup. I feel like it didn't even need to happen because it don't even fit the miscommunication trope, because it could have so easily been fixed with not even just like a deep conversation, just a quick, hey, you good, like. And again, I know it's high school, yada yada yada, but still. And then not y'all becoming real deal big people in your high school, in your town. You got played on the radio, you got your own spot to play at regularly, for y'all to balk at the final showdown.
Hilarious.
Like, I know Disney didn't want to take it, be overtly obvious with them, like, oh, they're so great and they won at the end. And they still did win at the end because they went on to be like really big. But like, be for real. Not y'all balking at the... Okay.
Be for real.
I do think it brings up an important conversation about how the arts aren't taken seriously enough in public schools. I will die on the hill that the performing arts can bring in just as much, if not more, money than sports. I'll die on that hill. I really will.
Oh, I want to hear you talk about that one day, girl.
I will.
That's a hot topic.
Anyway, it's a decent enough film. So 6.5 out of 10 to about a 7 out of 10. It's decent enough. How about you?
Okay. So, in your notes, you put in quotations, why did this movie make you cry?
Yeah.
For context, there was absolutely no reason. Okay, for context, you guys, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with this movie, and every time it made me cry. Now, why I used to I don't know, but I didn't realize it was a weird thing until I was like in high school, and my parents, we was talking about Lemonade Mouth, and they were just like, I was like, yeah, it made me cry. What about you guys? And y'all looked at me like, are you okay? I'm like, what? It's just me. But it just made me cry. Why? I don't know. I wasn't right in the head as a kid, apparently, because I cried.
You
every
were
time.
young and naive, and it touched something in you.
No, it wasn't that. I don't know what it was, but I turned the movie off so fast and never turned it back on again until now.
Okay.
Anyway, that being said, let's get started to my review. This movie is for sure very, very, very campy. But it's not bad. I think it could have been better if the acting and the writing was a little, because I'm not gonna lie, the parents' acting was a little sus, and the principal's acting was a little sus. That's just me though. It could have been better because like a lot of it was dry and stuff like that, and I know it's supposed to be campy, but like the principal was just doing far too much. He was a certified hater. All right, this man has a certified player hater award. He has it sitting in his awards room as we speak right now. Okay. And the stepmom's acting was bad too. That's just how I feel. Acting could have been better. I think the cheerleaders could have been written better. Like, I know, like, the cheerleaders, they were like, who still says, like, in 2011, who still say, what a freak? Okay, we got made fun of for saying stuff like that, Kaya. So
and it's like, what did she do that say what a freak? She was literally just sitting and she smiled. She was about to scoot over so she could sit down.
And knowing the way Stella's character is, they lucky that she didn't punch him. Still look like she fight. Feel like she gets down. Okay, they lucky they didn't catch a fist to the face. All right, exactly. She look like she fights. Okay, but the acting and the writing for Cheetah was just downright bad. I blame the casting directors and the actors because it was just, this movie could have been better had it had better production. Production could have been better. Speaking of campy, I'm gonna kind of like agree to disagree with some of your points. Like, a lot of the reasons why I went to detention was like stupid, but like kind of, I think I read your notes like out of context, like I didn't hear the tone of it. But him getting hit with a soccer ball on accident, like hitting the teacher was like extremely, it's on par with why kids get sent to detention. You remember that one time
she threw it at me
and you got us sent to ISS?
I did not get us sent to ISS.
On my birthday.
Let's talk about this real quick. She threw a wad of paper at the trash. It missed the trash. It hit me. Startled. I was like, whoa, who threw that? Well, I threw it. I didn't mean to do that. Since you want to have an attitude, go to ISS. That's how that happened.
Well, why we get sent? You got us sent to ISS.
I didn't get us sent to ISS. We all got sent to ISS because we were outside.
We wouldn't have got caught. Listen, she sent us to the slammer, y'all, on my birthday. On my birthday.
We were in front of the door. She was coming in. We all got seen.
I spent my birthday in detention.
Go back your review. How about that?
And can y'all believe how she did me on my, what is it?
I got her out because we went to Pathfinders.
Yeah, she got me out though. So she broke us out. I'll give her that. But, I was incarcerated, and I don't appreciate that. Anyways, it's not ridiculous that he got sent. Like, teachers do stupid stuff like that. I feel like a lot of teachers, their egos be a little fractured.
That's fair.
I used to go to ISS every day just for wearing the sweatshirt. Don't know why, but they didn't like it. So I spent every morning in ISS. Fun. And then, like, them randomly coming together and singing out of nowhere. At first, I was like, okay, come on, actors. Yeah. But then I thought about it. I was like, wait. This movie is supposed to play into, it's not a trope, but it's supposed to play into the idea that, like, it's supposed to be some magical experience where these people were meant to play music together. You know what I'm saying, Kaya? And so, like, they bust out and make it, like, this happens several times throughout the movie. Like, even after they get done with the first bust, I don't know what to call it, actually. I'm gonna call it bust down session. That sounds something way different. I don't know, music session. And Ren and Charlie get to, make it a little rap out of Rising Stars and stuff like that. Like, that happens naturally. And then when they in jail, don't know how you have the spirit to make a beat in jail, but they did it. So I think it's just, they're supposed to, like, be natural when it comes to music, even though, like, they say it's not natural because they had a hard time making the first song. But, like, that's what it's supposed to be. You know how the music teacher walks in, she's like, it's destiny, you guys are supposed to. Can we talk about how much I love her? I forgot her name. The actress, I love her. She was just such a sight to see. I love seeing her on TV. Mm-hmm. But anyway, she's like, it's destiny. You guys supposed to make it. You're supposed to make music together. It's how it's supposed to be. I'm like, so I had to watch it twice, by the way. And throughout the movie, hold on, I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes, guys. Get my notes together. Also, can we talk about how the actor that played Stella, Haley could I can't say the last name. She could really sing, Kaya. Mm-hmm. Like, the girl could actually, I'm not saying she's a better singer than Bridget Mendler, but she can sing, and I feel like her talents were wasted in this movie.
And Naomi Scott, who played Mo, she can sing too, but it took them a minute to, like, let her sing, and I was like, why? Because I know she can sing.
But what Haley, just have her talking and rapping. It's like, have her sing. Like, she don't have a strong voice. Like, even though Mo was out for the count and so was old girl, Stella could have stepped up and sang them songs. Mm-hmm. Haley has a whole music career now. She doesn't act anymore. She makes music. Mm-hmm. Okay, why couldn't she? Why y'all didn't let her do this? I'm so sorry, Haley. They didn't have to flop this. I'm so sorry they did you like this, Haley. Our LGBT queen. I'm so sorry, my sister. They did you dirty. You should have been the front. You should have been the main character. And before I move on to my review, let's send it over to our promoters. I know that's
so
right.
So they can let you know where to find us. Like what you're hearing?
Follow us for more.
We're on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, and YouTube.
And don't forget to share, like, and comment.
Woo!
Woo! You love us. Thanks, promoters. Now let's get back into my review. Anyways, I do like how all the characters had solid background stories. Mm-hmm. We don't always see that. Like, I know I talk about Naruto a lot on here, but Naruto just did a really bad job with a lot of the characters. Like, it's just Naruto, Sasuke, and forget everybody else. Like,
they're side characters. We don't need them.
Take notes, okay? Anyways, the only character that I kind of disliked was Olivia, because why did she try to make her problems everybody else's problems? Mm-hmm. Like, yes, girl, I get it. Your mother's dead and your dad's in prison, but that's not their problem. Like, I understand, like, I know it's hard to hear people, like, not appreciate their parents and stuff like that. But that don't mean they can't be mad at the other people, at their... Who wants a 28-year-old stepmother and your dad's 40? That's not fun. Y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand it, but, like, be for real. It's okay for them to not like their parents for doing certain things. Their arguments are valid. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, I don't know if I lack empathy or what. When she blurted out my dad's in prison, I busted out the laughing. I busted out.
I want to know what your dad did to get I want to say embezzlement. I want to say he did some people stuff and embezzled. Like, that's what I want to say.
Like, what did he kill somebody? Clearly, he ain't do nothing immorally wrong because she still want to talk to the guy.
Right.
But like, what he in prison for? How long he there? Like, what he do? How your mama died? Like, I have a lot of questions, girl. Unfortunately, we'll probably never get a Living Down Math 2. Anyways, honestly, I feel like I relate to Olivia a little bit because if I were to skip class, it would definitely be to skip class in the storage closet just to read a book.
Definitely.
I remember I used to read books during lessons and I still passed the class. How I did that, I don't know. But that's what I would do when I read the Hunger Games and stuff like that. I would read it while the teacher was teaching. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Them days, yes. Them days.
Those days.
Also, I like how this movie depicted high school because you know how we got the euphorias and the kissing booth where they be going to these huge parties and doing drugs and all this crazy. This is what high school is like for me, right? Like,
I will say that I do like that this like is a more accurate-ish representation of my high school experience.
Yeah, because I know some folks went to them parties and did some unruly things, but I was not a part of that crowd. Okay, I may have done a play or two. I may have joined a book club or one. Hung out with my friends on the weekend, but I never did what the girls be doing Euphoria. Do y'all? Okay, let's not. Anyways, moving on. That was what the high school experience was like for me. I can't relate to any of this stuff, so I like this movie. I like that. I know Disney got to stick to their PG-13, so they ain't gonna do nothing like HBO Max, but I appreciate it. Okay, It was nice to see. Moving on, I agree with you on the Charlie and Mo thing. That I think, like, as a band, they would be like the two people that folks would ship with each other. They'd be like Charlie and Mo and give them some weird ship name and go way past a boundary. What's that word? Boundary. I said borderline and boundary together, but they will go way past a boundary and start doing weird stuff, and then the band break up like Fifth Harmony and stuff like that. Anyways, that's what they would be like. But I also feel like Mo and Charlie didn't have romantic chemistry.
But I feel like they could have wrote that as opposed to like putting it on Ren and Olivia, which I did see. If I had to say of any of the two that would get together, my first choice would be Charlie and Mo.
But they also look alike too. They could be siblings. They look like they could be siblings. Do they not?
Not for me.
Brown hair. Well, Mo kind of has more brown skin, brown hair, and Charlie has tan skin, brown hair. But like they look like they could be distant siblings.
I know I was looking at it from an aesthetic point of view, but I wasn't looking at it from like sibling point of view. Like this is not some.
They look like siblings to me.
Well, you did say agree to disagree.
Yeah, I'm agree to disagree. I think it's like they don't have enough chemistry for me to like. Cause even when she said like you're not like a guy, right? Like to me, if I was Mo, I'd have been like, okay, never mind, this is over. She don't even think I'm a guy. She just thinks I'm a guy.
And also, I will say this: like they were making a joke about how he didn't notice how that one girl liked him, but it's also like you don't notice how he liked you. Y'all started dancing, and he looked up at the sky and was like, "Thank you." Like, girl, be for real. You see this man.
Charlie, is it just me, or did like everybody in Living in Mouth, did they not seem to be like almost like in 11th grade, and
I want to say like
crushing on Charlie seemed to be freshmen?
I don't know about that, but I do want to say that they seem like seniors.
They look like seniors, and it could be because they're full grown adults playing high school students, but you know that's how they do it. And also, I like the Mo's boyfriend.
I didn't dislike him, and I like the fact that he actually wasn't a jerk at the end, but it's also like,
I think he fell victim into trying to do what his best friend wanted him to do. And I think he saw that like Mo was a lot prettier than the girl we had. Mo was so pretty. And then when he saw her singing She's So Gone, a banger, by the way. She's So Gone, come on now. Like, I'll put that on the playlist. So good. He should have known, like, he knew right then and there when he saw her singing that song at that pizzeria, he was like, oh yeah, I messed up. What can I do to make a grand gesture to get back to her? Boom! Rises start happening. They flop. He found his opportunity. He weaseled his way in. That boy's smart. He opportunities. He knew what to do. Anyways, to wrap it up, the writing was spotty, the acting, so was the acting. Music was really good, and the story in general, it was good. So I'm going to give it a rating of 7 out of 10.
Okay, and with that, let's get into our book review. And today we're talking about the Spanish love deception. So, a description. Catalina Martin desperately needs a date to her sister's wedding, especially since her little white lie about her American boyfriend has spiraled out of control. Now, everyone she knows, including her ex and his fiancé, will be there to meet them. She only has 4 weeks to find someone willing to cross the Atlantic and aid in her deception. From New York to Spain, New York to Spain is no short flight, and her family won't be easily to fool. Enter Aaron Blackford, her tall, handsome, condescending colleague who surprisingly offers to step in. She'd rather refuse. Never has there been a more aggravating, blood-boiling, and insufferable man. But Catalina is desperate, and as the wedding draws near, Aaron looks like her best option, and she begins to realize he might not be as terrible in the real world as he is in the office. Bree, how do you feel about this book? What are your thoughts?
If y'all don't know, Kaya is my book. She's my book plug. So she recommends me everything I read. She feeds it to me, and it's been like that since middle school. I don't know why, but she been my book plug since we was kids, right? So I was excited when she recommended it to me. But I read it and it was kind of cliche. Like even the name Aaron Blackford, like I wonder how you just put some letters into a name generator and it popped up. Like, girl, please, let's be real now. Catalina, that's cute. That's a cute name. That's a cute name, but you could have done a little bit better with Aaron. I'm sorry. A lot of the parts were a little bit like, why are we doing this again? Like the auction part, I didn't get it. Mind you, it's been a little minute since I read this book, but like I skipped a lot of the auction part because I felt like it wasn't truly needed towards the story. And Kaya, I know I said I like fluffy romance books, but after reading this book, I don't know if I like it anymore. I don't know, because it's like, how do you fall in love with somebody in 2 weeks? How does that work? Because I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I know you've known this lady a long time because you work with her, but like you spend 2 weeks in Spain with this woman and you are infatuated. Hello? You want to there? Hello?
I hate to cut you off, but next week we gotta do Insta Love for tropes that need to die.
Oh, girl. Yes. For sure.
We continue.
For sure. And like my only question is, have these? I know these are fictional characters, but have these people ever seen Love Island? This is a reality show, Kaya, and I've been obsessed with it. These folks get on this island, and they fall in love.
I know what Love Island is.
They lay in the bed together for a day, and they be in love. I'm just like, get it together, okay? I know.
Stand up.
You stand up. You are pretty. You are too pretty to be down bad like this. Like, and it's always like, okay, let me stop because I'm about to go on a whole rant about Love Island. Just like. It's like you was down bad for this man and he don't even want you. Hello. Anyway, moving on. I like a slow burn, right? I think that's what I prefer after reading this book because like I need a drama, like I need the breakup, the engagements, the I hate to say it, but give me the deaths. I like when people die in books. Give it to me, unless it's the main character. Then I have a problem with you, Veronica Roth. But give
so
me
many
all,
others too, but okay.
Veronica did me dirty though. She know what she did. Veronica, I got beef for her. But I need all of the drama, and it just didn't have enough drama. Like, when they went to Spain, sure, she had her ex-boyfriend there, and her ex-boyfriend was definitely weird because he was her teacher. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I'm side-eyeing you, Mr. Ex-boyfriend. It's kind of weird.
Her college teacher. It's still weird, but college
still
teacher.
Weird.
Still
college
weird,
teacher, though. Still weird. And also, I didn't like how Aaron was described, black hair and blue eyes. That's scary to me. I'm sorry for the black-haired, blue-eyed people. Was his description?
I ain't gonna lie, it's been a minute since I read the book too.
Okay, so we both. Well, he's supposed to have like black hair and blue eyes. He's supposed to be his ex-football player, so he's supposed to have all these muscles and stuff. Like, no, thank you. Anyways, I didn't like I'm gonna skip a lot of notes, but a lot of it felt a little bit cringe. Like it didn't feel like genuine. Like some parts I was just like, this could have gone without. Like, I didn't like the whole sports day. I didn't want to read that. I don't want to read that. I don't want to see that. Like, it just wasn't that good. All in all, if I had to rate it, I would give it a solid, I know my notes say 6 out of 10, but I'm gonna give it a 5.
Oh, okay, so I like the book. For context, y'all, she said, give me a fluffy book. I said, you want fluff? She said, fluff. And so I said, okay.
Enough. It wasn't fluffy enough.
I gave her fluffy.
It was too fluffy, actually. Too fluffy. Too sweet.
She said nice. She wanted fluff, and I gave her fluff. Try the kiss quote. Try the kiss quote. And that's the second book I sent you this afternoon. Like, try that one.
I think I'm a paranormal romance kind of girl, though.
Me too, but like that's a good one too, as far as like normal romance. It's like Asian romance, Vietnamese, and anyway. So like, try that. Check that out. But
I'll check it out.
I thought it was cute enough. I think Catalina and Aaron's beef, if you could call it that, could have been played up more, because they did play it up. Like, one of the things that drew me to it was that it was kind of played up like a office rivalry. And I prefer enemies to lovers and then like rivalries, office rivalries. But this wasn't even
enemies to lovers.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like,
I'm sorry. I have a problem with this book.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, the rivalry, it wasn't really there. So like, for context, he started working at the job. She had already been there. She bought him like a dorky coffee cup. He just stared at her, so she left it and like left awkwardly. And so in her mind, he's like a raging jerk. In his mind, he was so caught up in her beauty and the fact that she was being nice that he just didn't know what to say. And so because of that miscommunication, it just got awkward. So that's context, just for context. I do think, but like, then he needs a date for something, and then she needs a date for something, and then boom. I do agree that the auction thing didn't really need to happen. There is a miscommunication trope at the end where they break up a bit, but that's brief. Essentially, I think it's cute enough. And for me, you say the spice scenes were a little awkward for you to read, but for me, yeah, the spice scenes, made it worth it for me.
I had to skip past it because I was at work, Kaya. No one wants to read that when they work.
Girl,
okay.
That's what gets me through the day in school and class. Anyway, because y'all don't need to know my business. Anyway, I like Lena's family. I think they're like really goofy and crazy, and I like that. Ooh, the sun is not hitting me where it should be, right here in my chest. Anyway, sorry.
You see what we want to see.
Anyway, I think it's a sweet read, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. That's me, though.
I respect that. I don't agree with you. I respect your decision. Okay.
Agree to disagree.
With that, let's move to our last segment of the day, and it's time for Let's in the Headlines, where we rave and review celebrity news and gossip. Today, we're going to talk about Tory Lanez, aka the Leprechaun, and August Alsina's altercation, Adam Levine's supposed affair, and GTA 6 being leaked. yeah, I told him that. So let's start out with Tory Lanez and August Alsina. Over the weekend, Tory Lanez, who is awaiting trial on a felony charge for shooting and wounding Megan Thee Stallion, allegedly assaulted August Alsina. Not allegedly, it's on camera, by the way, now.
Hey, we have to say alleged is how you talk when you report news.
I'm not a news reporter. The stories are rolling as we speak. Stop playing. Anyways, Alsina reportedly responded that they weren't friends and that he's been advised by his doctors not to touch any people because of the ongoing pandemic and the monkeypox outbreak. This is when Lanez allegedly attacked Alsina before rushing back to the building. Kaya, what are your thoughts about the Leprechaun going on the same page?
There are two types of people right now. Those that are making fun of Alsina and those that automatically believe him. I don't know which one aggravates me more, because like, the ones making fun of him are obvious buttholes, right? But then most, and not all, but most of the ones believing him without question had to be convinced into believing Megan Thee Stallion's claims. Well, there were inconsistencies within her story. You know what? Whatever you gotta tell yourself to make yourself feel better, but it should not have taken y'all this long to see that man has a serious case of short man syndrome. And it's like, also, at some point, grow up. You're a 30-something-year-old man fighting over trivial things. Grow up. I know it's hard. I know you physically possibly can't, but like, be the bigger person. Be the bigger person. What do you think, Bree?
You know, there's not a lot of excuses for this behavior, Kaya. You know what I'm saying? Like, you telling me you find somebody because they didn't dap you up. You know how embarrassing it is? You are a grown man with a bald spot at the back of your head. If you don't find better things to be angry at, please be angry at that spot that you have to cover with a hat. Let's talk about that. Be angry at that. Let's fight your balding. Let's start that. Incoming balding. Incoming. Okay. Anyways. Imagine puffing your chest and feeling proud for knocking somebody out that was paralyzed a month or two. Mm-hmm. That's not something to be proud about. You should be like, when you fight somebody, you proud when you fight somebody that's your equal. You don't beat up on somebody who's sick. August Alsina is sick, and so that's not funny. You know what I'm saying? And because he didn't dap you up of all things, I saw the video. August Alsina, he kind of looked at him and he didn't like. It's just a quick interaction. Tory Lanez looking all back like he's stupid, like, oh. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Then everybody around him, I'll talk about some. Oh.
And it's like, you probably knew that y'all weren't even feeling each other, though. Like, you already knew that.
Yes, and you let all these other folks around you who not even like gonna sit up in a court with you say, "Oh snap! Oh, y'all see that? Did you get that on camera?" Like, be for real. Tory's literally doing the same thing that he did with Megan. August said that he didn't want to say anything until August PRT went around to blogs and started spreading lies. And this is allegedly, of course, because we don't have proof this happening. I don't really, so I'm gonna have to say allegedly, even though I kind of don't want to, but I'm going to, because we
are semi-professional.
Semi-professional and sometimes semi-unbiased right here. And so August Alsina felt the need to clear the air via his Instagram post, which honestly, one of the posts are a little creepy because why are you taking a picture like that with your mouth coming out? Like he was posing in the elevator with mouth, blood licking out his mouth. Like, come on out, August. Like, let's be for real. Anyways, and I'm just tired of violent people like Tory and Ezra going around and just absolutely just being horrible people. But it's okay because they're famous and they have money and they're rich and they have a following and people like them apparently. And I think it's not cute. Okay, lock these people up, put them in jail immediately. Anyways, Kaya.
Well, let's get into our next topic, which is the recent leak of the newest Grand Theft Auto 6. So, Bree, what are your thoughts on that?
I was definitely happy to see it because I have been waiting for GTA 6 for years. GTA 6 came out when I was elementary school. No, GTA 5 came out when I was elementary school. Okay, y'all, we've been waiting for this for a long time. And it's not as bad as people have been saying. Like, people have been saying, oh, it looks whack. It looks unfinished. It don't look done. Well, y'all, it was leaked.
It's a leak. What you think?
Y'all are calling something that's unfinished. And that's kind of how unfinished stuff looks. It looks unfinished. I don't know how to tell you guys. Like
self-explanatory. It's self-explanatory.
I had to say this a lot throughout the past couple episodes, but y'all need to use y'all brains quickly, fast. Turn it on. Turn this on.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
In a hurry, quickly, for the sake of all of us. Because I want y'all to think, if y'all something is being leaked, that means it's unfinished. So why are you just like, it looks bad, it's unfinished? Like, let's context clues. I know y'all know, y'all have it. It's somewhere in there. It's in there. I know it is. But I would have to say GTA and the people with I forgot the name of them folks who make the games, but y'all know I'm talking to y'all. Give us what you're going to give before you receive unwanted feedback from thousands of inexperienced people from Twitter, because I'm really tired of a lot of these creatives, their stuff being leaked and they change it once they hear the opinion of folks from Twitter. don't change it, to give us authentic original stuff so that we can judge it authentically and originally. If it's not finished, that's okay, finish it, and then we can judge it equally. Like, don't like we saw that with Sonic. Yes, Sonic's teeth look weird, okay, we didn't want to see his teeth, that's valid, but like a lot of the stuff, like, y'all just do, because even like with the whole Ariel thing, you were mad about her hair not being red enough. You could tell they went and touched up her hair and it's a little redder now. Like, just keep it as it was originally. Don't change it for other people. And like, leaking is a notorious thing in video games, right? Like, I play Apex Legends a lot, and Apex Legends is at this point, leaking is a part of their culture. They prepare ahead for the leaks, and it's not like they're making it harder to be leaked. They're just making it a thing. I knew about the Legends, like Loba, Revenant, Ash, Crypto, and Rampart before they even were released, before we even saw a teaser for it, and other stuff, all kinds of other things. I saw skins and stuff like that. These data miners are beating the crap out of these people. Like, they're not winning the fight. These data miners are winning, and I don't know they're getting paid to mine this stuff. They're just taking it and then releasing it to people. And y'all need to be patient and let people finish their work, because you are kind of ruining it for everybody. We want to have fun too. Like, I know you, maybe data mining is a hobby of yours, but can't you go to jail for that? I don't know. Anyways, Kai, what do you think about it?
I might be a little weird because I like some spoilers. They give me things to look forward to. Megan Thee Stallion and the She-Hulk, and that She-Hulk episode gave me something to look forward to. But why are y'all trying to, like, there's a little spoiler and then there's just like leaking and trying, like, the whole thing. Like, why are y'all trying to force it to are you trying to force it to release earlier? Because that's what it seemed like, and it seemed like that would have the opposite effect. Like you said, it seemed like they would like start changing up things to like make it more of a surprise now.
Like, they would postpone it.
Right. And so, like, I haven't played GTA in ages, but I do want to go on a quick rant about like leaks and TV shows and movies. So, like I said, I like some spoilers, but like trying, like for She-Hulk, but like trying to spoil the entire episode, trying to have an entire analysis on the episode the day it drops. Like, it drops 12 a.m. Thursdays. By 12 p.m. Thursdays, I'm having to avoid TikTok and social media, just so that I don't, like, at least wait until the weekend, or at the very least Friday evening. And they did the same thing with WandaVision or Euphoria or any big movie or show. Like, what do y'all get out of leaking and spoiling things early?
They did it with Nope too. That's why I had to go ahead and watch it, because they spoiled the crap out of Nope. I saw the Alien before I even saw like the movie. I didn't like that.
Honestly,
they
like,
edited a fan edit of the Alien Super.
See, like,
sorry about Beyonce. And
let it be. Let people get the chance to see it, or just wait. I promise y'all, your thoughts will still be there when it actually drops, and then you'll actually be able to talk about it in its fullness, as opposed to the leak that you saw. It's not that serious that you gotta run to the internet and ruin it for everybody. Like, let it be. But that's just me.
All right, well, let's get into our very last topic, which is Adam Levine allegedly having an affair with the Instagram model that she claims lasted for about a year. Dang. Which took place sometime last year. The woman, Sumner.
I thought it was Summer too, but it's Sumner.
It's Sumner Stroh. Shows flirty DMs that appear to be from Levine, and also alleges that he asked her.
Come on. It's really ludicrous, but come on.
She would be okay with naming his unborn third child, which he's having with his wife.
It really is ludicrous, y'all. Like, I know y'all have heard it. It's really ludicrous, but come on.
Bahati Princely. After Sumner, if the child is a boy, Sumner claimed she didn't want to come out with this story, but felt she had to after her friends had to sell the story to a tabloid. Levine denied the affair, but says he crossed a line and DM'd the model. He has not addressed if he did indeed ask her an unborn child after her. Kaya, what are your thoughts?
It's ludicrous. And clearly, It clearly is tickling you. It's ludicrous. I agree. It is very. But the thing that's driving me is this whole rhetoric. Don't y'all get tired of just blaming the woman? What about him? He took vows to his wife. He knew he was married. Yeah, so did she. Miss me with that. A quick Google search, a quick Instagram social media search would have told you that. And this is why I don't subscribe to feminism, specifically white feminism, because they'll be like, support all women, but they'll be like, well, she didn't take the vow to the wife. What? Those statements don't go together. Y'all can't have it both ways. So which one is it? Support all women or she don't owe the wife nothing? Like, y'all can't have it both ways. No one is not blaming him. He's getting blamed, but she's getting blamed too. They're equally sharing blame because she knew he was married. He knew he was married too. He's a butthole. We get it. No one's not blaming him. But it's like she knew he was married, and while the supposed affair was going on, she was making jokes about it. Like she was making TikTok videos and putting his music in the background and then laughing and kikiing and giggling and all of that stuff. Messy. Then she was talking about he manipulated me and there was a power play. Look, yes, he's in a position to have a power play, but he didn't use it. Not from the evidence that I've seen. He didn't force her to respond to his DMs. He didn't hit her up and was like, you want a record deal? Gotta sleep with me first. He didn't do that.
She even get that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He didn't do that. And then it's like, you being new to LA and your own naivety does not mean that he manipulated you. You were an adult and you entered this like of your own volition, consciously. You made a choice to get involved with a married man. You're not the victim. The victims are his wife and his children. Also, speaking of, this does not look like something she was trying to get ahead of. She said her friend at the time was trying to leak the story, and so she had to get ahead of it. So tried, to me that implies they failed. So there was nothing for you to. That sun is just really hitting me. Anyway, I'm sorry, come on, we're almost at the end. So that means they failed. So there was nothing for you to jump ahead of and try to get at. Did you even at least try to approach the wife privately at a DM or whatever? Like, did you at least try to contact her? What it sounds like is, oh, you didn't pick me and you're asking me if you can use my name to name y'all kid, so now I'm upset and I'm gonna get vindictive. Publicly embarrassing the wife and their kids. How very pro-woman. And before I get attacked, I just want to say that I believe in womanhood, but I am not, like, I'm not going to support a woman who has equal blame in something, who was wrong in something, just because she's a woman and we all had it hard. Like, be for real. Real quick, like, I don't know, like, for those that were a part of Boomland TikTok, with that one creator talking about he manipulated me and yada yada yada, but they're not taking accountability for their own sexual health, I'm not going to support you. Be for real. Where is your accountability? Where is your responsibility? Where is you looking out for you? Be for real. But that's me. What about you? What about you?
This is extremely messy. It's one thing to cheat, right? But it's absolutely demonic to name your unborn child after your mistress.
Which we don't know if he asks. We don't know that for certain.
But just the thought of that being a possibility is insane. Because I'm not gonna lie, Sumner is an extremely cute name, and I would do the same thing. But let's be for real, Adam. You can't give your side pieces NDAs.
Okay.
To do that, at least give them NDAs. Like, okay. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. And I must say, I do agree with you. I think that there is fault on both parties. You know, you are a grown woman, and we all know that Adam Levine is in Maroon 5. We all know who Maroon 5 is, right? We all heard, his music. He's on The Voice. How you don't know who he's married to? Or, like you said, it's just one Google search away. It's one Google search away. It's not that hard to figure out. I also think that Adam is weird. Who texts like that? Like, if those are real, those are some, like, actually, he kind of said that it was real. he made a statement clearing it up. He said they were flirting and stuff. But like, why are you text like that, Adam? I'm concerned. You text like a 17-year-old boy, and that's concerning for a man who has a wife and kid. That's weird. Why are you texting women like this? That's weird. It's weird. And I have said this. I said this earlier, but I've said this for several episodes now. Let's turn our brains on, guys.
What did they used to call it in elementary? Your thinking caps?
Let's put on our thinking caps, guys. Let's go. Put on our thinking caps and let's try this time. Let's try to think. At least try. Give it a shot. Because some of y'all just be saying stuff without any thought, and social media made it worse. Mm-hmm. Let's do better. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that situation. Also, other women have been coming out saying that the same thing happened to them, but I'm convinced that they're faking these DMs at this point because Photoshop's real. Like, somebody
look, and I just want to say, it would be one thing if they came out and said, I did not want that, and here's the proof of him doing this, and I didn't. That's different. We can have a conversation. But you knowingly getting into this relationship, knowing all of it, you're just as bad. You're just as bad.
You're just as bad.
Let's what, Bree? Let's be for real.
Let's be for. Can this be our new name? let's make it our new
name.
Be for real.
Be
for real. Be for real.
And with that, that's what's in the headlines, and that's our show. Thanks for watching and listening. If you like our content, be sure to like, follow, subscribe. Most importantly, share. That helps us a lot.
Bell.
That helps us a lot.
Hit it.
What also helps a lot is commenting and engaging with us. That helps us to be able to bring you guys quality content, and so that we can continue to get better. So please do all of that. You know you want to see us.
We could even make a segment with us addressing you guys.
We would love to do that.
I would love to argue with y'all. Like, please, let's do this. Let's argue, let's fight. I see y'all watch it, and like, y'all some ghosts at this point. Like, y'all need to really say something. Okay, the views does not match the subscriber count or the likes.
And we need it to. So with that, thanks, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.